Hello beautiful people, welcome back to New Face Entertainment. We thank you, we appreciate you for coming, and also for those who are coming for the first time, please hit the red subscribe button and God will continue to bless you in all your endeavors. Thank you.
Keke Palmer, I have waited for a revolution my entire life. I like following rules and doing what I'm told. As a kid, these rules stick with you. But even at a young age, I was taught to question the things that didn't feel right to me. As little as 10 or 11, while on sets, I would be told by my mom that if the director tells me something that doesn't make sense to me, to challenge him until we get to a place where I do understand. And if it doesn't, we would go somewhere else. Sometimes, going against authority is the only remedy for change, especially when we have seen, too often, those authority figures step over the line. So where do you draw the line? How do you know to draw the line? Is there a line? I chose to join the protests in Los Angeles to bring as much awareness as we can to the injustices in America and fight against white supremacy and what it does to our nation. At one point, I spoke with National Guardsmen who were preventing us from marching past a certain point and challenged them to march with us. In my wildest dreams, they would all march with us without risk of punishment. In the same way that if the whole class walks out of school, no one gets detention for it. If enough of them felt moved to do this, it would offer so much inspiration and impact the movement in such a meaningful way. They didn't march with us, and while one offered to for a short stretch, he also said he had to protect the businesses and buildings in the area. Popular on Variety. But what about the people who are actually dying? In that moment, I wasn't thinking about who may or may not touch a building, I was thinking about how we're out here, fighting for a call to protect human lives. And the government is telling you to protect a building? That doesn't add up to me, and I wanted to challenge them with the question, how does that add up to you? While a few guardsmen knelt, for me that isn't enough. Kneeling has become a mockery of sorts. Kneeling on George Floyd's neck is what killed him. Now we see police officers kneeling and then, moments later, attacking peaceful protesters. At this point, the kneeling has no meaning. White supremacy is the longest-lasting oppression in America, but it is not the only one. We may not all share in the black experience of this, but I can guarantee you, almost everyone in this country has been oppressed in some form or another. It's the reality of what happens when the illness of racism becomes validated through the system. It creates even more division, desensitizes us to the humanity of others to the point that so many can be easily blind to sweeping social injustices. I don't know everything, but I know how to speak from my heart, at least I try to every day. I know there are others who are just like me. They don't have the answers, but they are present and they know they can't do it alone. They ignite the little fires everywhere that shine a light that casts out the darkness. This revelation is a fight for us all. I have waited for a revolution, I believe, my entire life. I feel it's like this for many millennials. Messages about following rules and staying in line have since evolved into calls to stand up and get others to stand with you, to challenge authority and recognize different life experiences while gathering with others who are like-minded. I truly believe that everything that has led us to this moment has prepared us for a revolution and a revelation, the dismantling and rebuilding of a system that is better, more equitable and representative of the people it claims to represent. So while it may be scary, we were born for this, we were born to be leaders and grow out of just following rules because following rules isn't enough. We are now being called to challenge the rules and to challenge the character of those making them. I'm a big believer that your fight is specific to you, and it must come from a real place or it simply will not work. I can't ask anyone to do what they aren't willing to do. However, I do ask everyone to ask themselves a question, where do I draw the line? Because if not now, then when? Keke Palmer is an actor, musician, daytime talk show host and emerging activist. She was recently nominated for a Daytime Emmy for Strahan, Sarah, and Keke. Keke Palmer net worth. Keke Palmer is an American actress, singer, songwriter, dancer, and fashion designer who has a net worth of $7.5 million. Keke Palmer reveals the biggest problem dating as a young, single, and successful black woman in Hollywood. Dating is terrible for me, the actress confessed to co-hosts Corey Murray, Charlie Penn, and Yolanda Sangwani. When I tell you dating is terrible, it's so terrible because, like, there are times where it will be in distress situations and I can tell that the guy is more excited about my career than I am. I've dated guys in the industry that are like, I can't wait until you do a movie like Catwoman and movies like that, and I'm like, are you good? Because I don't like you getting turned on by where my movie career is going. Palmer admits that dating outside of Hollywood can be even more of a turn-off than dating a fellow entertainer. Then there will be other situations when I'm dating a guy who is not in the industry, or maybe he's not that well known and he comes at me with it like, I'm going to get ready to do this and I got a lot of stuff going on and I'm working too, and it's like, I get it, you want me to know that you are not a loser. Please stop overcompensating. So it becomes difficult sometimes to find that sweet spot of somebody who's not trying to compete with you, that doesn't feel insecure about your career and that's not trying to hijack your brand. But the young star hasn't given up on the idea of finding her perfect match. Palmer is clear on what kind of guy she needs, and she revealed that she isn't going to settle in the meantime. Palmer sparked reconciliation rumors with her former boyfriend Quincy Brown. The former Nickelodeon actress recently reunited with P. Diddy's adoptive son in Miami. They shared separate posts on Instagram, but he was spotted on her story when she flaunted her vacation. Keke Palmer reunites with her ex Quincy Brown. Home News. The True Jackson, VP alum is seen enjoying a holiday in Miami with P. Diddy's adoptive son only months after her separation from boyfriend Elvin Jackson. Jan 1, 2022-01. Keke Palmer sparked reconciliation rumors with her former boyfriend Quincy Brown. The former Nickelodeon actress recently reunited with P. Diddy's adoptive son in Miami. They shared separate posts on Instagram, but he was spotted on her story when she flaunted her vacation. Quincy Brown was seen on Keke Palmer's Instagram story. Quincy Brown was seen on Keke Palmer's Instagram story. Keke Palmer and Quincy Brown dated on and off after her split from Rodney King in 2013. They never directly confirmed their relationship, but they got closer after sharing screen in 2015 movie Brotherly Love. Keke Palmer shared a post from Miami. Keke Palmer shared a post from Miami. During one of their splits, she hooked up with her label mate YG, but she dumped the rapper after he announced he was expecting a baby with his ex-girlfriend. Heartbroken, she got back together with Quincy.
The hairline is giving what it needs to be given. Don't be mad at me because my hair is laid.
Please subscribe to this channel. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Subscribe. Share this video. Subscribe to this channel. Tell your friends to subscribe to this channel. Subscribing to this channel is very, very free.